Good evening, everyone. Big welcome to our Team Evolve Wow Wealth Wednesday. My name is Peter No. I am your Senior Presidential Director here with Lifewave. And before I introduce my co-host, let me share with everyone this beautiful call for today. Once a week in our 5-day podcast system, we interview our builders. We highlight who they are, where they're from, how did they build the business, and why did they give us their time, energy, and effort to partner up with Lifeway for their family's financial future. This is happening only once a week here on Wealth Wednesday, and it is one of my favorite days to be doing our interviews. And for those of you, if you are a guest here today for the very, very first time, big kudos to you, because the person that invited you really cares about, number one, your health, as you're going to hear all health testimonials on our weekday calls. But today you're going to hear how we can change your wealth by just sharing the most exclusive technology in the world today. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce one of my favorite partners, one of my favorite co-hosts. Her name is Amy Homsey. Let me introduce to you who she is. Wow, she has been in the direct sales, not 10, not 20, but 30 years, everyone. Almost as old as I am. She is definitely a 7-figure earner in the industry, okay? She has tons of experience. She was featured in Success Magazine. She's also been in the natural product space for over 3 decades. And that's why with her wealth of experience, we just appreciate everything that she brings to the table here with Team Evolve. She is the owner of My Holistic Club. If you don't know what that is, you can reach out to her, but that concept is one of the best concepts that will be coming out to the market. And most of all, she is a wife, a mother, and a nana to her children and her granddaughter. So without further ado, Amy Homsey, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing wonderful, Peter. Thank you. And I'll tell you, I missed co-hosting with you. So it's fun. It's fun to be back in the saddle again.
I know. I love this transition into the wealth testimonials. And as we have built to over 3 years and thousands of health testimonials, I look forward to these Wealth Wednesdays. And it's been a pleasure to be presenting with you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, welcome everyone. We are so honored to be here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule and joining us. And we have 2 incredible ladies tonight that we're going to interview. And I just want to back up what Peter said. Not only do we have the best community, folks, we have the best company and the most incredible products. In fact, all of you on this line that I've seen on these Zoom calls for 3 years, you're all looking younger. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. And with that, I have the honor of bringing up Patty Ballin, who I've had the pleasure of working with in Lifewave in this community for the past 2.5 years. Patty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Now, Patty is one of the lucky ones. She is what we like to call a snowbird. I'm in Clearwater, Florida. So Patty spends some time up in Canada, and then she's fortunate enough to come down here in the winter in beautiful Venice, Florida. So that is awesome, Patty. So what I want to do is just ask you some questions. I want you to share with us your heart, why you're passionate about this business. But before I do that, if you don't mind, I want to tell you, you look amazing. And
thank you,
Patty, I know you just had a birthday, August 6th.
And I turned 78 years old.
I was just going to ask you that. You turned 78 on August 6th.
Yes.
Okay, if you're new on the line tonight, did you hear what she just said? Are you listening? 78, not a flippin' wrinkle on her skin, right?
I tell you, I have never looked better in years and years. I am so grateful.
Patty. So we met
I-
2.5 years ago, and you were a beautiful woman then, but I have to be honest with you. You look better today than you did 2.5 years ago.
Thank you.
So, wow, with that, I want to get started. Share with everyone on the line tonight, Patty, what is your background?
Well, I've never been an MLM before. Never
Mhm.
been, okay. I became one of the first female bank managers in Canada in 1980 on a grade 10 education.
Nice.
I worked in a bank for 20 years. From there, I went to a mortgage business that I owned for 20 years as a mortgage broker. And I had been retired for 5 years before I came into Lifewave. Now, what brought me into this business originally, I became very sick in August of 2020 from a virus that attacked the inner ear. I went completely deaf in my left ear and I was unable to walk. I walked through my home like I was drunk. And for 2.5 months, I was completely lethargic. I sat on the couch in October of 2020, and we couldn't have anybody come to our homes. We couldn't go anywhere. We were completely trapped in Canada. We were in lockdown completely. I sat on my couch in October. I think I had a minor nervous breakdown and I screamed at God. I said, God, I've had a wonderful life. I can't take care of myself. Take me home or find me something. The next day, my girlfriend calls from Florida. She said, what do you know about stem cells? That started it. I came on as a preferred customer. I thought, well, what have I got to lose? I screamed at God. I said, send me something. So here's Tanya calling the next day. Then the next day I get a phone call with her and Bob Campbell. I get the joint phone call. So I get the patches in 8 days. I wake up on day 8. I'm not crying anymore. I have this energy. I thought, oh my goodness, something has changed. Within 3 weeks, I could walk. There was nothing medical science could do for me. I could walk. And I thought, wow, I think I found something here. So I went right in and bought a diamond. I thought, I'm trapped in the house for the winter. I have nothing to do. I can't have any company. I'm all alone. So I bought all the patches and I started to learn all about David Schmidt, the company. I started to experiment with all the patches, and I kept getting better and better and better. And I couldn't believe it. So then, now, when I sold my mortgage business, unfortunately, with the mortgage business went my database. So all my contacts, emails, and phone numbers that I had with business clients that I knew for 10 and 20 years was gone. So I virtually had no contacts. So I really didn't even think of starting this as a business. So I started calling some of my friends that I knew were having some, few medical issues here and there. And I said, geez, guys, I think I found a bit of a miracle here. And I started calling my family. And then I just started signing people up one at a time. And as I signed them up, I tried to work with them. I still do. I still tried to give all my time. I devote all my time and energy now to my girls and my teams.
Yes. So
it just kind of happened, a day at a time, a person at a time. And all of a sudden, I think in about 6 months, I'm a manager and I had nothing. I had no base to start with. So then I go down to Venice, Florida. I had never been in Venice, Florida in my life. I didn't know a soul. I only knew the one real estate agent, Tanya, who had called me. So I come down to Florida. And again, I have no contacts. I don't know anybody. I'm new to the city. But I'm kind of like Bob. I'll go out and talk to anybody. So that summer, I signed up a few people. I met a few people here, there, and everywhere. And I signed up a few. And then I have a cute story to tell you. Just before I was coming back to Canada, when I was in business, in the financial world, it was always dress for success. Well, I was in getting my hair done one day. And of course, the women will understand. When you go to get your roots dyed, the roots are dyed, and then the rest of your hair is standing up like this, okay? And I'm wearing a black cape and I have no makeup on.
I know that.
Hairdresser, I had to use the washroom. Well. I went down the hall and I looked in a room and I saw a woman there selling essential oils. So I go do my job and I'm thinking, I wonder, I think I need some lavender oil. So I popped in and I said, hi there, guess where I'm from? So the worst you could ever look in your life with your hair up like this and no makeup on. I said, hi, I introduced myself and I said, I'm interested in buying some lavender oil. And she had some diffusers on sale. So I started talking to her. And then I said, well, what do you know about stem cells? So that was it. And that's how I originally met Susan Battieri. And Susan Battieri eventually became a director. But it was so cute that, I mean, you wouldn't think of going out on a business call looking the way that I did. So I'm kind of like Bob. I'll just go out and talk to anybody at any time. So I said to her, I said, well, geez, I said, I'm going back to Canada in 2 days. I'll give you some free patches, you know, so I'll watch the video. She came to my house the next day and she signed up. I think she came on as, I think a silver, if I'm not mistaken, because she wanted the patches for her husband.
Mhm.
So eventually I worked with Susan, and like I say, she became a director. She became one of my biggest links in Florida. So last winter when I went down, I spent a lot of time with Susan, helping her develop her team. We did a lot of teaching and training. I helped her with her displays when she'd go to different, you know, shows and whatnot. And again, it's just you build one person at a time, one day at a time. And everybody that's come on board on my team, and this is what I emphasize, we want to be able to help people. I never started this business to make money, and I'm making good money now. And it really helps a lot when I go to Florida in the winter because I'm retired. I'm a Canadian senior living on a small fixed income. So it's made a big difference in my life.
Mhm.
And the patches continue now after 2.5. I'll be on these patches for the rest of my life. So just no ifs, ands, buts about it.
So Patty, can I interject something? So, and that was the question, but you just answered it. So you've been in the business for 2.5 years. By the way,
Yep.
folks, she's a senior director. So she's our senior
Yeah.
director that we're interviewing tonight. So, and just like you said in the beginning, the reason you're so passionate about this business is because of the phenomenal results that you got from the product. And I'm a
Yes.
big believer, just like you are, that you have to believe in it. You have to be genuine. You have to be a product of the product. So 2.5 years in, you're senior director, and I know you are passionate about this. I know you care about people, Patty. You have a servant's heart. And I'll tell you what, folks, for all of you on the line, especially the brand new people, that's what you're going to find in this community. And that's what attracted me as well as Patty, is the leaders here. We truly care and want to help people. So let me ask you another question. So we know it's 2.5 years in, you're senior director. How did the Evolve team system and compensation, how did that help you in your business?
Well, number one, I make sure to stay in contact with the podcasts. That to me is very, very important. And every time I hear a podcast that I think might relate to somebody, I will send that podcast to them. And if I find podcasts that I think are really great in certain areas, I'll make sure I send them to my team and share it with my team members.
Absolutely. Yep. And I love, Patty, that you're consistent and you are on all these podcasts. And that makes a huge difference. And you're setting the example, right? And you don't ask your team to do something that you don't do. And we are on these podcasts to help the team, plus to learn, because we all pick up little nuggets. So awesome. So I know you have a great team. You have some good people, some awesome leaders. What is your vision going forward with Lifewave? And then we're going to wrap it up.
Well, I don't really set goals for myself. My vision is to continue to work with my girls to help them grow their business. To me, that's the most important thing. I look at putting that first, even to me, building more. Okay. I will continue to teach and train. And, you know, when I do my meditations, I always say in my meditations, when I meditate with the universe, or, you know, whatever it is that when you do your meditations, I always say, please send me people that need to be helped, where the patches can help, and those that are willing to share it with other people, because that's what I want to do. I want to continue the sharing business.
And that's again, exactly what we do, right, Patty? It's because we care, we want to share.
Yes, this is it. Yep. So again, it's one person at a time, one step at a time. And eventually it'll come together. I'm not going to fly to the top like a lot of them do, but I'm the tortoise, honey. I'm going to get to the finish line eventually.
Well, you know what? It's all about consistency and persistency, and that's what you're doing. So,
yes.
wow, I want to thank you so much for coming on here. You truly look amazing, and I can't wait to see you in October.
Well, listen, I can't either. And I want to say something too. I really want to thank you and Bob, because you were such a great support to me when I first started in this business.
Oh,
and I'm really proud of Susan's growth and Susan's team that she's developing in Florida. But I also want to mention Karen Campbell, because she became a director in Canada. And Canada has been a very difficult market. So I'm proud of the work that she has done as well. So I just want to say thank you to my two main girls. And of course, everybody else has the same amount of importance, but if they can do it, and if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Absolutely. And you're right. They are awesome leaders. Thank you so much, Patty. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. I love you, honey. And I can't wait to see you in October.
Thank you. I love you too. Big hug. Big hug.
Thank you.
Wow.
You too.
78 years young. Look how amazing she looks. I mean, incredible. Peter, I'm so excited. I want to sign up all over again. So,
oh, yeah, me too.
All right, guys, I have the honor of introducing Peter No. We become awesome friends. I appreciate your mentorship, Peter, in this industry. Even though I'm old and have been in this industry for 30 years, I still learn from you. So thank you, my friend. So folks, Peter is also a senior presidential director. He reached that top pinnacle in this company in what, 20 weeks? Are you kidding me? Incredible. By the way, Peter doesn't have a college degree. So it doesn't matter what your background is. You can come here, help people make money. He's been in the beauty industry, for over 10 years, and owned multiple salons at a very young age, at the age of 20. So he's always been an entrepreneur, but he left that industry 20 years ago for the direct sales industry. Peter has climbed to the top of many companies, has international teams, and has had sales into the hundreds of millions of dollars in this career. And he's also a 7-figure earner. But I will tell you, as you know, no pun intended, Peter leads with a servant's heart. He is always here for us, always consistent, and always helping us. So thank you, Peter. And I know you have another awesome testimonial.
Oh, thank you, Amy. And you know, we only become the person that we are in the industry because of our surrounding and our environment and who we work with. So I give all the credit back to our entire community here that always supports us every day. And I just love hearing stories from Patty and many of us who have never been in the industry before, that have reached their potential success with no time frame, no pressure, just learning and growing through this industry. And that's why I'm so excited to interview our next executive director. And to be an executive director, everyone, that is a monthly volume of 50,000 points in a 4-week period. I've had the pleasure of not only working with her, we've hung out together in Florida with her and Mary Lou. They are such a dynamic duo. They work so hard, and they are just the most loving ladies that I've met. So let me give you an introduction of Tammy Wellman. She's 52 years young. She is a Christian entrepreneur, executive coaching professional, mom of 4 adult girls, okay? Not 1, not 2, but 4 adult girls. So you know she has patience and is an avid dog lover, just like all of us here. So Tammy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. If you guys have any doubt that we are in the most incredible opportunity, an opportunity where we are experiencing God's favor. We have the right product, something unique and powerful, incredible that we've all experienced. We have an incredible company. We have great leadership. I want to tell you, Peter, no, there's not been a time that I've texted him any little question that he hasn't immediately picked up the phone and called me. So I thank you so much, Peter, for everything you're doing. And I'm so excited for this opportunity to share with you guys.
Thank you, Tammy. And again, when I recognize like hardworking, like committed, successful people, right, that are just coming to not only our company here, but I've seen you, I know your background. So Tammy, I think everybody is wondering, what did you see here that is so different than what you have done before in your previous companies?
Yeah, so I think in a lot of companies, they seem to be personality driven. And so if you have a big personality, you have success, right? You're bringing in other big personalities. But if you're just everyday moms and dads, like most of us, or if you're trying to build teams where really the goal is that everybody succeeds, I found that oftentimes you didn't have that in other companies. You had to create a system all by yourself to try and duplicate. You had to have a product that everybody else has, and you have to run around and tell everybody and try to convince people why they should choose your product when they could just go to Amazon or just go to Walgreens and get the same thing. I found that super frustrating. The compensation plan was complicated. It was challenging. The whole idea that you could have time freedom didn't really exist because you were running around like crazy, having to do so much. So what I loved about this company, and I'll say, when I first got into this, Peter knows this, a girlfriend of mine from Florida, I had a frozen shoulder. I'm 52 years old. I had stabbing pain, 3 labrum tears. I'm starting to go through like the whole midlife change. So I have hormone imbalance. I'm not sleeping. I have low energy. It was just kind of a frustrating season for me. And one of my girlfriends says, you got to try these patches, these stem cell patches. So I said, okay. I trusted her in wellness. I trusted that she would lead me to things that really were good for me. And so, of course, I stuck it on. And I did it every day, 12 hours on, 12 hours off for an entire month. And during that month, what happened to me is I slept through the night, 8 hours at a time, deep sleep, dreaming. I noticed that my energy was improving. I noticed that my skin was getting really soft and glowing, and my frozen shoulder completely healed in 1 month. I had full range of motion again, and my stabbing pain disappeared. So I knew that this was something special. But because of my previous experiences in other network marketing companies, I was leery. I was leery of, telling my friends and neighbors. I was leery of, could I succeed? Could everybody else succeed? And so I kind of sat back. I'll tell you the truth. Peter knows this, the first year, I just, plugged in and listened and watched, but I just wasn't sure. And then I went to convention. And let me tell you the importance of going to convention. If you're not signed up for October, get yourself there, because big decisions happen at conventions. I met Peter No. I met Marcy, both of which gave me a giant hug. We'd only seen each other through Zooms, handed me their cards, let me know if there was anything I need. They were there for me. Mm-hmm. So I go to convention, I hear about this company, I hear about the product, I hear about the opportunity, and I realize this is so much bigger than I imagined. It's not just health freedom that we're giving and hope that we're giving to people in this really difficult time. People are looking for hope. They are looking for health and protection for their family. They are looking for financial stability, and this company has it. So that was what, really kind of clicked for me at convention. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go after this. There's incredible leadership. There's a culture of love and service like I've never seen before. There is a system of duplication, so I don't have to do the work. I could just plug my people in, let Peter and Marcy carry everybody on their shoulders, and we can all succeed together.
Wow. Everybody, did you hear that? There was a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, even the testimonial. Just to clarify, the patches don't heal. It's her body that healed her, okay, everyone? But Tammy, literally for someone that's experienced, she took a little while to really test this whole thing out. But again, it was the convention, it was the vision, right, Tammy, of what you saw. And that was, how long have you been with us now since you started?
So October will be 3 years for me. And I would say probably like the last year and a half, I kind of kicked it into overdrive and said, you know what, I'm going after this. I know that it can help me and my family, and I know it can help everyone else. And I'll tell you something, you know, I'm a mom of 4 girls, and I've spent my whole life making sure that I could have time to be at everything that I could for them. And this company, you know, a lot of companies say you can do that. Well, I'll tell you, in a year and a half, I retired from my job. So I think it's my time, right? That is awesome. Let me tell you, to be able to retire, and I had, you know, a good paying job. So to be able to retire in a year and a half, and now to be able to devote myself to being there for my kids, my grandkid that's coming in March, to be able to be there for my team, to love and serve them. This is an incredible opportunity for everyone.
You know, there's 2 questions I want to ask before we conclude. You know, our technology is so unique, and I just want you to share, Tammy, like the types of people, the quality or the powerful people that are joining your organizations.
Yeah.
How does it feel this time around to be able to like recruit them or share something so unique? And how does it feel to have this organization that you're building right now? Because I can tell you, they are some unique, powerful people in this world.
Yeah, you know what I've realized? There's something so much bigger than Lifewave going on here. We are bringing in literally global people that care about humanity. We're bringing in people that are patriots. They care about our country. They care about our communities. They care about our kids. They care about our health. They care about our safety. We're bringing these people. They're coming from all over the globe and joining Lifewave because they see we have something that the technology, what makes it so powerful and so unique is it's accessible. No matter whose body you stick it on, it's going to do something. So everybody on the planet can have it. Everyone's got a stem cell, so everybody on the planet can have this. So that makes it so powerful. It's accessible. It's affordable. You know, everybody's got tight budgets, but this is something that could help keep them out of the doctor's office. There's nothing more valuable than making sure you have something that keeps you out of the doctor's office. So we have a great opportunity here to really help people strengthen families' immunities, their lives, help with their financial concerns. So this is a really powerful opportunity that everybody on the planet needs.
Wow, and I can attest, she works hard with all her up teams. She has a lot of support. And I want to just, for the last questions, for everybody to know, where do you see yourself going with this, Tammy? And how, like, where do you see yourself going in the future? Where's your vision with your path, your financial future with us? And where do you see Lifewave going?
So let me tell you, for each one of us, honestly, the sky is the limit here. We are just starting to hit momentum in this company. There is so much room for every single one of you to end up on stage in the next year or 2 as the senior presidential. I want that for myself, and I know that all of you have the same opportunity that I'm going to have, that Peter's going to have, that Amy has, that all of our leaders have. They are there to reach out, to grab your hands, and to pull you along with you. And I want to tell you just a super quick little story that is my illustration of a vision for me, and hopefully it could be one for you. Some of you may know this story. It really impacted me, and I've held on to it and shared it with my teams over and over again. It's about a family that was walking on the beach one day, and the little boy ran ahead and found a starfish, and he picked it up and he tosses it back into the ocean. And as they continued to walk, they saw more and more starfish. And the boy kept grabbing them and throwing them back in, and grabbing them and throwing them back in. But there were so many of them. And his father eventually said, you know what? You shouldn't bother, because it's not going to make a difference. And the little boy picked up the starfish and he looked at it and he said, it's made a difference to this one. And he tossed it back into the ocean and kept going. My vision for myself and for each one of you is you would just keep looking for that next starfish, touch everybody that crosses your path and help to elevate them, improve their health, put your arms around them, love them, walk with them, serve them, and we will keep making a powerful difference across this entire globe.
Wow, that story, I know I heard it before, but it just gave me chills, Tammy. And it just really resonates with each one of us here. And we know, everyone, can you see now why Team Evolve in this community is so powerful? Because of leaders like Tammy and Patty and thousands of us that are just leading the way with pure hearts, building organically and just enjoying the journey with just a vision and just locking arms with Lifewave and David Schmidt and just lighting up the world. Tammy, I can't wait to see you at convention, and especially for the black tie event where we're gonna have some dancing, some music, and really take some amazing pictures like for the first time we did. I think it was 2 years ago. And tell all you girls that say hi and get ready for an incredible journey all the way to the top for you. Thank you for all you do, Tammy.
Thank you so much.
Amy, what else can we say? I know we covered so much for these interviews. Everyone, you got to meet a senior director and an executive director, which is the middle ranks, just the middle ranks of our company, which out of only 6 ranks. I love this ranks right here. It just defines that their teams are set, their teams are structured, and it's just one more direction. And the only direction is just to go up by helping more people. So Amy, what other benefits and bullet points would you like our viewers that will be watching this recording, all the leaders in the industry that will be watching this recording, what do you want them to know about us more?
Yeah, so I think these women said it eloquently, but I just want to reiterate, folks, we have a great community here. We have the best community. And being from the direct selling industry, Tammy's exactly right. I came here and I didn't have to build a system because it was already built. And I will tell you that is so unique and unusual. So now, folks, you don't have to spend your time trying to build a system. You spend your time trying to help people. So it's very refreshing. Plug in, let the tools do the work for you. Also, Peter, what really attracted me is not only did I get results with the product, I have to believe in something before I align myself with a company, but the leadership here, folks, there's no egos. Everyone here cares about people, right? So that was refreshing in this industry. That was very refreshing. We are debt-free. We're a global company. But the one thing that really lit me on fire, Peter, is we have zero competition, folks. Zero. I want you to write that down. There are a lot of good companies out there. I never talk badly about any company, but there's a lot of supplement companies. There's a lot of skincare companies. There's a lot of collagen companies, a lot of protein shake companies, right? We are the only company that has this technology. All right. There's a patent on it. So take full advantage of that and be proud of that. And we're changing people's lives, Peter. We're changing them every single day.
Wow. I'm just going to piggyback what you said, and I just want everyone to understand the opportunity. If you're looking to learn more about the technology, just go to startx39now.com. If you're a guest here tonight, please go to the website to learn about our technology. But if you're seriously looking to create wealth for the future, if you're looking for the home, the company that everybody will be looking for in the future. And I'm going to leave this call with this. How do you know if you're going to be built or part of a billion-dollar brand? How many of us have ever been involved in a billion-dollar brand or participated into it? Not myself. I have not. I've heard it. I've seen it, but I never participated. So if you are looking to participate, be part of a billion-dollar brand, I want to ask you a simple question. How many people are there in the world today? 7.6 billion people that everybody has cells, and everyone knows today that for the first time now, if you hear about Lifewave, if you hear about X39, we are the only solution, the most only affordable solution, the most non-invasive solution in the world that we can prove to you, we can tell you, we can show you that we can regenerate and repair you in the most simplest way by just peeling off a sticker. And if any of us that is watching this video, if you resonate with Patty, with Tammy, with Amy, and the tens of thousands that have joined us in the last almost 4 years now, all we want you to do is talk to the person that invited you, tell them you want to be part of this revolution, you want to help the people around the world, and you're ready to go. Amy, I love these calls, these Wednesday calls. It's just heartwarming to hear these stories of really getting to know our builders. Next week, everyone, come back as we're going to interview our manager and directors, which are the beginning stages of your build. I just want to say thank you so much to our Team Evolve community for showing up every single day and supporting us. Thank you, Patty. Love seeing you. Thank you, Tammy. It was an amazing story. And Amy, thank you again for coming back. I know you're feeling much better, and I'll see you all next week. Love you all. Bye, everyone.
See you at convention, Peter.
See you. Save me a dance, Patty. Bye, everybody.
Oh, she will. She will.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Be blessed, everyone.
Goodbye.
Be blessed.
Great call.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.